What would you do if you found an old key that had been hiding a secret for more than 100 years? Alex thought it was nothing more than a rusty piece of metal, but he had no idea that this discovery would change his life forever. It all started after an ordinary day at school. Alex lived in a small, quiet town where everyone knew each other. His family was not wealthy, but they always supported one another. More than anything, Alex loved exploring old and forgotten places. One rainy afternoon after a heavy storm, he decided to walk through an old park on the edge of town. As he walked beneath the ancient trees, something caught his eye. A small metallic object was shining in the mud. Curious, Alex bent down and picked it up. It was an old rusty key covered with strange symbols. That evening he showed the key to his grandfather. The old man examined it carefully. For several seconds he said nothing. Then his expression suddenly changed. Without a word he walked to a dusty cabinet and pulled out an old photograph. Alex couldn't believe his eyes. The photograph showed a key that looked exactly the same. His grandfather sat down and began telling a story that had been passed down for generations. More than 100 years ago, a wealthy businessman lived in their town. He was known not only for his success, but also for his kindness. According to legend, before he died, he left behind a secret that nobody had ever managed to uncover. Over the years, countless people searched for clues, but no one ever found the answer. As Alex listened, he became more determined to learn the truth. The next morning, he went to the town library. The old building was filled with dusty books and forgotten records. A kind elderly librarian helped him search through the archives. For hours, Alex read old newspapers, letters, and historical documents. Just when he was about to give up, he found something extraordinary. Hidden inside a collection of records was an ancient map. His heart began to race. In one corner of the map was a mysterious symbol. It was exactly the same symbol engraved on the key. Alex quickly copied the map and hurried home. That night, he studied it for hours. The more he looked, the more convinced he became that the map pointed to an abandoned chapel outside town. The next day, he rode his bicycle there. The chapel stood alone, surrounded by fog and silence. It looked as though no one had entered it for decades. Taking a deep breath, Alex pushed open the old wooden doors and stepped inside. Dust floated through beams of sunlight streaming from broken windows. As he explored the building, he noticed something unusual carved into the stone floor. It was the same symbol. With trembling hands, Alex pulled the key from his pocket. He compared the engraving on the key with the carving on the floor. They matched perfectly. Near the symbol, he discovered a hidden keyhole. Slowly, he inserted the key. For a moment, nothing happened. Then a soft click echoed through the chapel. The stone floor began to move. A hidden door slowly opened. Behind it was a secret chamber. Alex stared in amazement. Inside the chamber sat an old metal box. His hand shook as he opened it. He expected to find gold, jewels, or treasure. Instead, he found stacks of letters and journals. At first, he felt disappointed. But as he began reading, he realized he had discovered something far more valuable. The journals belonged to the businessman from the legend. Page after page described how he had helped poor families, built schools, supported people in need. The letters told stories of lives that had been changed because of his generosity. Then Alex reached the final page. Written in careful handwriting was a message. True wealth is not measured by what you keep for yourself. True wealth is measured by what you leave behind for others. Alex read the sentence again and again. Those words stayed with him. Soon historians and museum experts examined the documents. The discovery became famous. A new educational center was eventually built. At the opening ceremony, Alex was honored. Looking at the children entering the building, he finally understood. Sometimes the greatest treasures are not made of gold. Sometimes they are the opportunities to change lives for the better. And that was the treasure Alex had truly found.